What's going on, you wild Marvel enthusiasts? The boys are back in town. It's me and Uncle Logan Myers over here, and we have the pleasure today of reviewing the first episode of the highly anticipated Disney Plus Marvel TV show that premiered today on Disney Plus. That's right, we're talking about the God of Mischief himself, Loki. And Loki picks up right after the events of the first Avengers movie, actually right after the events where Loki is captured. He's in handcuffs and the Tesseract um, falls down and he goes to get it. And that's when he disappears in the movie. So it takes place from that point and moves forward throughout the rest of the episode. And where does he end up after he gets hold of that special magic blue cube there?
Oh, he ends up in the wild desert of Mongolia. That's where Uncle Loki goes, apparently. Of all places, he ends up in the desert of Mongolia. And tonight, you can just call me Loki Myers, by the way.
Oh, Uncle Loki. Okay, got it.
Uncle Loki. So Loki ends up, poofing using that space stone. He has the Tesseract. He got out of the hands of his wild Avengers, and he ends up in the desert. And we're introduced to the Time Variance Authority, or TVA. He shows up. He's kind of like a prisoner trying to figure out what's going on, like the rest of us, the audience. Like, what's going on right now? And he shows up in this facility, and he's got like soldiers and some other characters they introduce in this episode. But, Loki is kind of trying to figure out what exactly happened. And him being this prisoner, he gets like a necklace kind of thing where they kind of lock him down and control him. Basically, he's strapped of his powers. He can't really do anything to defend himself and going into this facility. And it's pretty interesting.
It sets up some fun scenes there in the facility where he's talking to these people, trying to figure out what's going on, where he's at. It's a whole new setting for us as viewers. So we're trying to piece it together just like Loki is.
Yeah.
What exactly is happening here? He tries to use his powers. He can't. It has a little funny scene there where it looks like he's like humping the air, trying to use his powers, but nothing's happening. So it's making him really frustrated. And we're introduced in the first scenes there with the TVA of Agent Mobius, who is played by Owen Wilson.
Wow.
Wow, haven't seen him in a while.
I was
wow, great to see him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Wow.
When they introduced his character, I'm like, it's the Silver Fox from Mad Men.
Yeah.
Which that actor played? What's his name?
Howard Stark.
Howard Stark, which they look a lot alike. I thought that was kind of funny. I don't know if it's intentional, but they just kind of look alike. But wow.
So he's back, and we have Owen Wilson in the Marvel Universe now in a pretty cool role for him. This is all taking place. It takes place all over the place, actually. We get several crazy dates and time here. We get when we're introduced to Agent Mobius here, it's 1549, and it takes place in France. So we know right away in this show that we're going to be hopping all around different locations, different countries, different settings, different times. And that's what this series is about. It's about these variants, as they're called, like Logan's a variant, because he travels and he goes through different timelines, and his actions in those timelines have consequences. So it's all about that. And it's all about this TVA who look to go after these variants and sort of, take care of the problem before they alter history and change everything as we know it.
Yeah, and that's kind of the whole purpose of the Time Variance Authority, TVA. They're making sure that the history events in the world are set to occur the way they're supposed to, and making sure there's no outside interference with that timeline of events, basically. So it's pretty interesting, the multiverse going in different timelines, as we know with Marvel and superheroes and all that stuff. Introducing the multiverse of the upcoming Spider-Man and other films. It's cool they're diving into this and really messing with your mind at all these different times, the 1800s, the 1500s, more current times. It really messes with you as an audience, but it's pretty cool premise the way they do it.
It's very cool how they do it. Agent Mobius has this display, looks like an old TV basically, but they have all this technology that they're able to go back in time and look at specific moments in Loki's history. And he's able to show Loki these times and the times where Loki's killed all these people. And in order to write the history, basically they're going to have this Loki that they have here. They're going to have him go back and try to alter these different jumps in time, these different timelines. He's going to have to go back and try to do right by the things that went wrong in the past. So he's going to actually be going after himself on these alternate timelines, which sounds really awesome. And I love the whole premise of the show. He can go anywhere, anytime. He can be anybody. We see a cool scene there in the beginning where he turns himself into DB Cooper, who is the famous guy that stole all the money and then had a parachute and jumped out of a commercial airliner and nobody ever heard of him again. Yeah. So we saw a scene where he was playing DB Cooper. So yeah, just the possibilities of timelines and things are endless, and we'll see how it's going to alter even what happened moving forward, with all the phases that we've seen in Marvel so far. Is it going to change and alter that history? Are we going to see more of these characters, like new footage for them, or is it going to be mostly the old footage like we saw throughout this episode where they showed, Loki at various points, doing his mischievous deeds and killing various people, causing chaos. So it'll be interesting moving forward to see how that plays out.
And talking about the multiverse, I almost forgot about Doctor Strange too, having to do with WandaVision. So maybe this is all going to tie into the movie somehow. I could see that happening.
I could definitely see that happening. Yeah. Again, Marvel beats DC to the multiverse punch. DC had announced that they're obviously going to bring back, Michael Keaton's Batman, and several characters, obviously, in the Flash movie that Andy Muschietti's doing for DC. But Marvel beats him to the punch again. No surprise there.
Yeah.
Marvel announces something and is already working on it, and then DC's always riding the coattails trying to catch up. So the Marvel get the first crack at trying out the multiverse here. And I liked how obviously we saw a little bit of that in WandaVision, like you mentioned. And it was different with, Falcon and Winter Soldier. That was more just introducing us to the new captain, being Sam. This one is just going to totally alter everything. And from what I've read about what Kevin Feige said, this one's going to actually do more to move phase 4 and the events that are going to happen coming more than even WandaVision did. So this is going to be a very consequential show. Loki's going to cause a lot of chaos and cause some things to change here, allow other characters across the multiverse to happen. So I'm excited. And this episode 1, had a lot of potential and showed us, a little glimpse into what's to come with all the time jumping and all the beautiful cinematography and all that beautiful city that Mobius was showing Loki there. It looked very futuristic with flying cars and a big metropolis kind of up in the sky. So expect to see a lot of things that we haven't seen before in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, definitely. And I can see this going somewhere pretty huge, tying into the movie somehow. And you're going to see Loki doing some damage here. He's one of the early bad guys in terms of MCU. We love to hate this guy. He's a great actor, Tom Hiddleston. Always playing, Loki to its full advantage and just knocking it out of the park. And this is a really great pilot episode of the series of 6 episodes that's going to be airing each Wednesday on the Disney Plus streaming service. But really interesting. I didn't know really what was going to happen in the show. I didn't know what they were going to do with the character after the Avengers movies, Endgame. But they really dive into that. Really cool retro vibe about it, which I absolutely love, with the fashion and the color schemes, like the orange and reds, and this facility where TVA is. I loved Owen Wilson's character. Wow. Morbius. I'm just going to do that every time. He was really great. I didn't know what to expect from him, but he did a really great job. I haven't seen him in any roles in a while. So I thought he was really great in this character, really convincing. And I'm wondering why he has such a fascination with Loki and why does he need his help, I have some questions that hopefully they'll answer. But across the board, really great pilot episode. Had a great time with it, shot very well, beautiful. And this is going to lead into bigger projects and bigger things in the future. So I can't wait for that. Marvel does it once again. Disney Plus original show. Had a great time with it. The first episode titled Glorious Purpose. I give it a 4 out of 5 Loki hair pieces.
This opens up the Pandora's box of what can happen in Marvel Universe. This is a very well done pilot. I love how it was shot. I love the look of it, the color scheme, like you said. The retro look was great. The future that we saw on the screen, just all the possibilities of them jumping around in locations, different countries, timelines, seeing Loki playing different characters like DB Cooper, certain different people in history. Be great to see how they're going to do the show, like what he's going to be able to change. We're going to find out what exactly Agent Mobius, Uncle Owen Wilson's up to, why he needs Loki so much. There's a lot of secrets going on, and it's going to play out within these 6 episodes. I was happy to find out that these episodes are, 40 to 50 minutes long. At least this pilot was. So that's good. We're going to be getting a lot. We're going to be getting 6 good hours worth of content here, a lot of time to play around with these characters and lead us in. I could see this show going on for multiple seasons too, because just the amount of possibilities with all the timelines and stuff. I think this is going to be one of the shows that's going to be more than just a one and done like we've seen so far. I think they said WandaVision's only going to be going one, and most likely Falcon and Winter Soldier there was just setting up the new captain and establishing him and Bucky together. So I can't wait to see where this goes from here. This opens up the multiverse. I also noticed the actress from Lovecraft Country there.
Yes.
In the beginning, she plays one of the kind of the guards, the soldiers, what have you, the TVA. So I noticed her right away. It'll be cool to see the rest of the characters that they're going to introduce, the actors and people. I know they signed on some other big names. So look forward to seeing them and seeing how everything plays out from here. Very strong pilot episode here of Loki called Glorious Purpose. And I too am going to give it a very solid score of a 4 out of 5 Agent Mobius hair pieces. Whoa.
So we're interested in hearing your guys' thoughts on the first episode of Loki. What did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? What do you think is going to happen this season? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit
subscribe.
Besides that, we got plenty of more content coming. We're going to be reviewing Mayor of Easttown coming up very soon. The HBO Max brand new series, 7 episodes. Kate Winslet, really fantastic series. We also got some more reviews of The Bad Batch. It's also on Disney Plus, and the podcast coming up this weekend with the wild Cinephellas boys, all of us. Been a little while for a few hours. So stay tuned for that right here on our YouTube channel. Check us out on our website, cinephellas.com, and Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Look for us everywhere, friends. Please like us, subscribe, tell your friends, leave lewd comments in the comment section, whatever, man. We want to hear from you guys. We appreciate all your views, and we look forward to having some more wild content coming. We got a Goodfellas giveaway coming. I just received something in the mail today.
Well, this is your least favorite group of superheroes signing out from Cinephellas until the next TV review. Cheers!
Beautiful.